Why play Galio mid? Well, he is massively tanky. He also deals brilliant AoE damage, his engage and lockdown is very strong, and his ultimate gives him semi-global pressure. However, mobile champions can avoid a lot of his lockdown, and he does have to play around longer cooldowns. Galio's passive is periodically his next basic attack is empowered to come out faster and deal bonus damage in a circle. This passive only has a 5-second cooldown, and whenever he hits at least one enemy champion or epic monster with an ability, the cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds. Galio's Q throws out 2 curved skill shots which groups as a circle, dealing damage to all enemies they pass through. This circle then stays for 2 seconds, dealing damage to all enemies within. Galio's W has a passive where he gains a magic shield when he hasn't taken damage for a certain amount of time. The active charges up a circle around him while he slows himself. During this time he gains a large amount of magic damage reduction and a small amount of physical damage. While charging, the radius, damage and taunt duration are all increased, and when released any enemies hit take damage and are taunted. Galio's E steps him backwards a small amount before he dashes in a direction. He deals damage to all enemies he passes through, knocking them up, stopping when he hits an enemy champion or terrain. Galio's ultimate is a point and click ability on an ally champion. Upon use, he gains his W's magic shield and grants it to all allied champions within a circle. He then dashes to that allied champion, dealing damage to all enemies in a large circle around them, knocking them up. For combos, your go-to is to attack into E and Q. Follow up with an attack into W before attacking away. If starting W, use W into an attack. From here, Q and E before attacking away. And your engaged combo will often be to E into W. From here, attack into Q before attacking away. And all of these combos work very well if you start with ultimate. For matchups, Galio is great into assassins as he simply is difficult to be assassinated while out damaging them. And he can struggle into champions who bring lots of constant damage, especially if they have true damage. For runes, take this. Aftershock makes you very tanky. For build order, start Ring and Pot into a Hollow Radiance and tier 2 boots. From here, a Riftmaker and Zhonya's are great pickups before finishing your build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Teleport. Starting the game, as the mid laner, your main focus is going to be on farming hard. And the easiest way to do this is by poking your opponent and taking good trades. If your opponent ever walks up to farm, throw a Q at them. It's great poke damage, and if they ever have to stay in the circle, it's great extra damage too. From here, if they ever walk in range of your E, you can look to trade. Between your E and W, your opponent won't always be able to do that much back to you. However, in these early stages of the game, you don't deal insane damage yet. But you do have tons of CC for easy gank setup. So it's often a good idea to let yourself be pushed in, wait for the jungler, and then go in. Entering the mid game, your bot lane will come mid, which puts you in a side lane. You can generate tons of pressure from here as you push in lanes quickly, and can easily collapse onto teamfights with your ult. Entering late game teamfights, play as the frontline engage. You're either looking to join the fight with an ultimate, in which case you're straight in the fight, or landing an E into a massive AoE taunt. From here, put out as much damage as possible while being disruptive, and then focus on either getting onto the enemy backline so your team can assassinate them, or simply being the front line protecting your backline.